welcome to Davita's Stamp and Spot. It's Monday. I'm making a recording this week because one of our grandsons is turning 1 today. It's his birthday. And so once again, I'm choosing family over a live video or a live on YouTube or Facebook. I will say school's out in a couple weeks, and hopefully then I'll be able to do lives all summer because I'll be able to fit in more events because I won't be at school and working games and that kind of stuff. I want to share a new stamp set with you that came out in the new catalog. So here is the dies here. Sorry, I forgot to turn all my lights on. It's the stamp set is called Adventurous Sky. It's an airplane set, and I really like it. I have to admit, at first I got it because I needed to do some masculine cards, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. It comes with dies that cut out some of the stamped images. So you can see here on this paper, it cuts out the three airplanes that you can stamp, the clouds, and then it's got other parts that you can build planes with. People are making some really cool airplanes with this, and I hope to show some of those before too long. It's got the little propeller. You can do the banner behind the plane, so it's like you're sending messages like it's flying in the sky, which I think is really fun. So I'm using the dies. I'm going to use this big airplane here, probably the little airplane too, we'll see. I like this, You're the Best, plain and simple, and it uses plain like an airplane, which I think is fun. I'm also using the deckled rectangles, and let's see, the third and fourth ones, and I put them on this side so you can see their size. Once again, the light up above is giving me grief. All right, so let me show you the pieces and parts here. There is designer series paper that goes with it as well. And I forgot to grab it, so you can hear me rustling around. I'm trying to grab it real quick. Got some fun pieces. There's the little airplanes, the Knight of Navy. Of course, I love Knight of Navy. This is fun. Look at all these pieces that you can cut out and do individual things with, which I think is really fun. And there's this paper. This is cool. That's a great background. This one has like a globe or a map. I should have pulled these out. Sorry, guys. Thought I had everything ready. That's a fun texture there as well. I love how Stampin' Up! Usually does design on one side that's specific for the stamps, and then they do a neat texture images on the other side. So there's a bunch of clouds you can use, some more checks, some more airplanes. Kind of a cool, that reminds me of like the currents in the ocean. All right, so that's that paper. I'm choosing to use this paper here with the green background, but I'm going to use the navy side here. If I had some extra pieces fall out. Here are the two rectangles, deckled rectangle pieces. This 4 by 5.5 is going to go, whoops, here we go. It's going to go on the inside of the card. This is boho blue at 5.5 by 8.5. And this piece here, grab my ruler. I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot to put the sizes on here. Is 1.5 by 5.25. And this piece of paper is to stamp my airplane on. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to stamp the largest airplane in Knight of Navy. You can see how you get a nice crisp image with this stamp, which I think is awesome. That's one of the selling points about Stampin' Up! Our stamps are awesome. You can buy cheaper ones somewhere, but you're not going to get the good images that you do with ours. Personal feeling, and I've had a lot of people tell me that as well. and they buy other stuff and then they come back and say, I shouldn't have done that because I don't get near as good an image. So you can see the dice fits right over the top of it really nicely. You can see the edge of the image, so you've got it in the right place. And I could put it onto my die machine and run it through, but I went ahead and did it like this, so you didn't have to watch me pull out the die machine today. All right, on this piece here, I'm going to stamp some clouds. And I was going to get a nice piece of scratch paper and I forgot. So I'm going to do the clouds in boho blue. And I pulled out two of the images. There's this really large one here, but I'm going to use the two smaller ones, the medium and the small here. So I always start with the larger image. And if you remember, I always encourage people to go in a diagonal. So I'm going to do that with the larger pieces, or the larger clouds. I'm going to come back in with my smaller ones. Go back to the large one. I don't want it even with that one or this one. So I'm going to try to go kind of in between. And then I'm going to do the smaller clouds on this side. Again, trying to make sure I don't line anything up so that they're even. And then you always want it to look like it's wrapping paper, so that someone you cut it off of a roll and you didn't just have a piece. Like we know I had just a piece here, but see how that looks like, excuse me. There, I like that. All right, use my chamois to clean it off. I think I've shared this recently, but when you have your chamois and it gets full of ink, of course, take it to the sink and you can just rinse it out with water. You can also put it in your top shelf of your dishwasher with no detergent, or you can choose to put it in your wash machine with your towels, and then use just your detergent. Don't use fabric softener, and clean it. I like to do that because then it smells so good. All right, I'm using the watercolor pencils, and in the new colors we have that it just says blue. And I also have Night of Navy. I'm going to pull them out and see which one we like better. All right, so there's, you know what? I'm going to grab the balmy blue and see if I can add just a little bit of color to my clouds. If you're living in the Kansas City area, we've seen a lot of clouds today. I don't want it very dark. It's not like I'm really trying to fill it in all the way. Just add it so it's not a white cloud. So we have a difference between our clouds and the white paper. There we go. Just add a little variety there. All right. Now I'm going to color my airplane. I'm going to go back with the blue. And color it in. Again, I like to color lightly. I don't like to color it real dark. You could color this with blends if you want a really dark airplane, or with your markers, you could do that as well. I'm a light color person. All right, so that's my oops, I forgot his tail here. And then I'm going to grab my black. Actually, I do have a gray, my basic gray, and I'm going to color the wheels so they have some color. And then very lightly, I'm going to do the inside here, the metal part of the plane, so it's not white. So there you can see my airplane. I made these cards. I did a swap, and if you're planning on coming to my open house on Saturday, you'll get to see a bunch of the swaps that I received back, which I'm really excited about. One of the disadvantages was that when we did our swap, we didn't have very many different stamp sets yet. So there's a lot of cards designed with the same stamp set, but that's okay. It's a beautiful set, beautiful paper. All right, so let me think. What did I do on the inside of my card? I'm trying to see if I can remember. I have slept way too many times since I did this. All right, so what I did was I stamped the smallest airplane, and I used the You Always Lift Me Up, because I'm going to put You're the Best, Plain and Simple on the front of the card. I have made a decision. Haven't had a lot of interest in the extravaganza like I did last year. Last year I had a full table. And I know May's a crazy month. I get that. So I am going to change the hours on the open house. So if you're watching this, you're getting the news first. The open house is going to start at 10 o'clock instead of 1 o'clock. So you'll be able to come a little earlier if that fits better in your schedule. I know I've had a lot of people say, oh, I have graduations, I have birthday parties, I've got, I know one person's doing a garage sale. So hopefully by having it from 10 to 5, that'll fit into your schedule and you'll be able to stop by. I'm selling so much stuff. So if you can, definitely stop by. You're going to have some amazing deals. I tried to mark everything around 50% off. So really, really good deals. And that's this coming Saturday, the 18th. So I'll send out an email as well and Facebook post to let everybody know I made that change. I think a lot more of you are going to be able to come if I have it morning and afternoon. All right, so there's the inside of my card. I think I have almost all the stamping done. This is my card base. I scored it at 4 1/4 like I usually do for a regular card. Then I have the, oh, I hope I was on screen and forgot to peek up again. Sorry, guys. All right, and I want to put this down in the corner. You are the best, plain and simple. And now we'll start putting everything together. All right. So I'm going to take this strip that has the navy blue and the boho blue. I'm going to glue it down. Oh, it's about 1/4 of an inch from the top. And then of course it's 1/4 of an inch from each side. Like that. Then I'm going to grab my cloud piece and my Night of Navy. I'm going to glue those together. So the open house is this Saturday, the 18th. And then next Tuesday, the 21st, is Kitten Cup. So they're kind of back to back here. Like I said, this month, I completely understand how people talk about they're too busy to come to my stuff because I'm having a hard time fitting my stuff in. I always tell people if I wasn't the one organizing all this stuff, I wouldn't make it to everything either. Because I can cheat and fit it around my schedule. All right, so there's my base. So you can see we've got the designer series paper, then the 2 deckled rectangles with my greeting down here. I'm going to close my ink pads because I'm worried I'm going to get ink where I don't want it. I'm sure you guys never do that. Unfortunately, I do it way too often. Normally, I would have done this first. Let me go grab my bone folder. So I'm really hoping that starting next Monday, I will get to be live. I'm going to try to be live on YouTube. We're going to try that first. All right. I also, oh, I did forget to stamp one thing. These little banners I think are really cute. I will say you're going to have to be careful just because with the airplane and the banner, it's a pretty tight fit. All right. So I did the greeting that says to a friend. Kind of obvious, but I think it's a cute thing to say on here. These are pretty small, so you'll have to be careful what greetings you use. single, pretty small font. All right. Now to show you, I'm going to show you this card, and then I'll show you the card I made for the swap. And in the comments, you'll have to tell me which one you like the best. I know which one is my favorite, but we'll see what you guys say. So see, that's going to go like that. So I'm going to grab dimensionals for this part. Now I want to give this airplane some good support. So these are large. I just grabbed what was here. So I'm going to cut them into halves. Ooh, that was bad English. Into half pieces so that they'll fit better on the airplane wings. Wanted to let you know that if you like to go to craft shows, that June 8th to Saturday, I'm going to be at the Holy Family Catholic Church in Eudora, and I'll be teaching some classes. They've given me the opportunity to teach classes there. I'll be teaching them about every 2 hours or hour and a half. I think it's every hour and a half. I put it on my Facebook page. You should have gotten an email about it. I'm teaching the classes on Saturday, and Dana Davis has graciously agreed to teach the Sunday classes because I am going to be out of town visiting family on Sunday. All right, so I'm going to put my airplane right there. Now this piece, I could prop it up, but I want to make sure it's down so it looks like it's kind of flying behind it. So I'm going to glue this piece straight down. So let's see, it's flying like that. And I kind of like how all the layers kind of mix and match. There's not definite lines. You can see they're crossing over each other. And then we'll put the piece on the inside, which is this one. Classes are going to be $10. You're going to make 2 cards. I'm going to provide, or we are going to provide the adhesive and everything to make the cards. So you can come to the craft show. You can attend. I'm going to be teaching 2 different classes on Saturday, and each of the classes twice. And then Dana's doing the same thing on Sunday. So you can come make some cards. You can buy some crafts. I'll have some retired stuff there. I'm pretty sure Dana and Misty are going to also have a booth there with stuff for sale. So mark your calendar for June 8th so that you can come by and see us. And if you don't want to do classes, but you just want to shop, make sure you stop and say hi. All right, so here you go. There's my masculine card. It could also be for a female. It not really one way or the other. I like the airplanes because they're a good card for men. Boy, those are always the hard ones. So it says, to my friend, you're the best, plain and simple. You always lift me up. It's got the airplane there. So when I made these for the swap, we had to include, oh, I almost forgot one more thing. So in this bundle is also these industrial trinkets. So you can see they're, yeah, can you see? Yeah, there you go. Aren't those cool looking? I'm using glue dots for those, and I'm going to put one right down here. The requirement was you needed accessories, embellishments. So I did that. And then I wanted a little ribbon. So on these, I took a little bit of the twine and I put it on the outside. So it was like ribbons going with the greeting. So let me know, do you like those? I was going to let them be free flying, but this ribbon is wound around a base like this, so it wouldn't lay flat. So I had to use glue dots to get them to lay down flat, because otherwise they were all over the place, which I guess if it was up in the wind, it might be that way. So in the comments, let me know, do you like the ribbon or do you like it plain? I hope you're planning on coming Saturday. Make sure you RSVP and let me know you're coming. That gives you your first door prize tickets. Ladies, I am planning on giving a lot of stuff away. So make sure you get those door prize tickets. If you have a friend that doesn't normally shop or stamp with me, bring them along. You'll both get extra tickets for that. And it will be from 10 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the evening on Saturday. And then the 21st is Kitten Cup down at 10 and 2 Coffee. Hope you enjoyed this demonstration today, and I hope you have a great time. I know this evening at 7 o'clock, I will be helping celebrate that first birthday for one of our grandsons. Have a great week, and I hope I see you on Saturday. If you're long distance, we'll see you next Monday.